gonna drop this quick little live video, and I want to speak about this in long verse, but like I said, I gotta go to work, so I want to kind of just put my pulse on what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now I know it's been a while since I put videos out, and I promise you that's gonna change next week. I ain't been feeling, your boy ain't been feeling it, so I ain't dropped no videos. I ain't feel like doing it. But at any rate, man, being a part of the channel. And so, out here driving out here in beautiful Los Angeles, California, which has not always been beautiful. It's been very rainy last right. LeBron James is back in the headlines, not for doing anything on the court, but expressing his interest about what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I gotta say, man, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that as a Lakers fan, I absolutely hate this last two iterations of this team. In my opinion, being under the tutelage of LeBron James, we become the LA Cavaliers, and that was always my fear. And the reason why that's been one of my fears is because being the LA Cavaliers, man, is just stagnant basketball. It's too star driven, and it's just an antiquated way to play basketball. Like, so I know we won the bubble championship, and nobody can take that away. But thus going forward, you guys hit that like button as you trickle in. I appreciate you guys being a part of this. Again, I know I don't do Sunday videos, but I'm breaking protocol a little bit. But with that being said, I like the fact that now that we gotten rid of Patrick Beverley, we've gotten rid of Russell Westbrook, thank God. We've gotten rid of who else we get rid of? Thomas Bryant. We got in guys who are going to buy into a new system, and that's important for a coach like Darvin Ham. Now, Darvin Ham is a guy who, again, our fifth choice. He's not somebody who we brought in to change life for us per se, but he's a guy that's, who's a player's coach, who's done it at the highest level, so he knows what he's doing. Now, does he know all the idiosyncrasies of being a coach and like situational awareness and personnel? No, those are things he's going to have to work on with time. And that's expected of any head coach. I mean, nobody comes in the game perfect. That's just not logical. So, with Darvin Ham being a new coach, it would behoove you to give him guys that will buy into what he's selling. Now, I'll give Darvin Ham credit. On the front end, he did a decent job of making Russell Westbrook buy into coming off the bench. Problem is, Russell Westbrook is the second worst three-point shooter in basketball. That is fact. He is top 10 in turnovers, I believe. Now, I don't know it to be fact, but I'm pretty sure that's true last time I checked. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Russell Westbrook also just has a very bad feel for the game. And so what happened was you start to see what Frank Vogel started to do was taking Russell Westbrook out of late game situations. You see that Darvin Ham, because he didn't start him, he started trying to, build up his trust and inject him in these late game situations. And you saw that wasn't the best idea, because of untimely turnovers, bad decision making, and so on and so forth, and bad shots, as it were. So when you got that into the gumbo that is your rotation, you're going to have problems finishing off games. And we saw early in the year, the Lakers could build a lead. We couldn't maintain it because poor situational awareness, because you don't have the right personnel to finish off games the way we play. Heavy LeBron James, 80s here, 80s there. Maybe he's playing, maybe he's not. Maybe he's going for 30. Maybe he's giving you, 12 and 10. 80 should never give you 12 and 10. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get some more bodies in here. So what you see is the I would call it the evolution of a basketball team. And it's almost like less is more. And I always said this over and over and over and over and over. Less is more. So everybody's saying, well, Russell Westbrook, he's a former MVP. And I say, okay, that was him back then. That's like you saying a girl from high school, man, she was the prom queen, man, she was fine as hell back then. You look at her now, she look like, right? Same logic applies. So when I watch a guy like Brooke, I just see a guy who's on the way out more than he's on as far as being at his apex. Now, going forward, we also saw problems with shooting with Lonnie Walker IV. He's a streaky shooter at best. Kendrick Nunn, streaky shooter at best. Now, one of the bright spots I saw was Austin Reeves, and we all keep seeing it. Why is that? Because Austin Reeves plays defense. Austin Reeves can shoot, and if you really, really need him to, he's a poor man's facilitator. Now, you watch him dribble, you watch him do what he does. He looks like a middle schooler with those handles, or or lack thereof. But being a good facilitator is not always about having the best handles. Ask Magic Johnson about that. I got into a debate with a brother years ago saying how Magic Johnson wasn't a good point guard because he ain't had no handles. I'm like, but he can put somebody on his hip and facilitate, so it doesn't matter if he doesn't have crossovers and stuff like that. He knew floor spacing. He knew to get the ball up early, so it doesn't matter he didn't have a handle. So some people are so enraptured with, AAU standards of being a good player, they miss out on what the, intrinsic element of being a good facilitator or point guard is. So let's go forward in the roster. So you got rid of the old guys, and you brought in guys like Jared Vanderbilt, Houston kid. So, man, I love what Jared Vanderbilt is made of. That's a kid that's going to rebound, he's going to defend, and he's selfless. That's something that the Lakers have been missing for quite some time. Not saying Thomas Bryant wasn't reminiscent of that. He's just, to me, a limited big, kind of undersized. And I know him and Jared Vanderbilt are both 6'9". To me, Thomas Bryant's a little boxy built, and he thinks he can shoot. And Jared Vanderbilt's a little more lengthy, and he's a faster, he's more like a gazelle athlete kind of guy. And I think that's something you need for this program. Let's keep going. D-Loading, 2.0, he comes back. I'm not going to lie. On inception, I love the draft pick of getting D-Loading. But when I watched him play, I was like, oh no. Too selfish, too left-handed. So the good thing about him coming back is he got a chance to go to Brooklyn. He got a chance to go to Minnesota. He got a chance to go to Golden State. And now he's back home in LA. You see the maturation. 2 nights ago, he went for 28 points in his return game. And he was like, y'all better be glad I got injured. D-Load, he always gonna talk shit. That's just who he is. But the product, though, that's what I care about. I care about the product. Knock down open shots. He plays in space well. And he's not a hindrance with him holding the ball too long. That was his thing the first go-round. He held the ball too long. So now you got him, and you can throw in AD. AD playing on his mind, but we know what AD is when he's locked in. Then let's go around the horn. You bring in, what's my guy? You bring in Rui Hachimura. Now, on inception, I said he didn't move my needle. Rui Hachimura did not move my needle. However, he's shown to be a great fixture off the bench because he's going to give you consistently about a good 12 and 5. That's all he got. like an old dude still trying to get with you, get with a chick in the bedroom. Hey, man, that's all I got. 20 pumps, that's it. So he gives you what he gives you. And so, again, selfless basketball is what we're seeing. And oh, by the way, defense. The Los Angeles Lakers in the last, I believe, 10 games they've been together with a 7-3 record. And they're also at 100.1, I believe, defensive rating. Good enough to be the #1 defense in the NBA since they switched rosters. So what does all this mean? You have a great team that is playing organic basketball. That is what keeps you in and will win you basketball games. How does it tie back into LeBron James? Here's what I wonder, ladies and gentlemen, listening audience, those catching on the rebound. How does LeBron James realistically ingratiate himself into this new system? Because we know a few things about LeBron James. He don't play no damn defense. He holds the ball. And now I know he has bursts of speed, so I'm not saying he's a slow player overall, but he plays at a slow pace. So with the guys playing more up-tempo, getting the ball up, getting better looking shots. Oh, I didn't mention it. Let me give him his flowers. Your boy Dennis Schroeder looking like baby Rondo for real. Dennis Schroeder's playing some goddamn basketball, man. And so now he doesn't have to press. You got him playing, I seen him playing de facto point guard to Austin Reeves the other night, which I thought was a good strategy by Darvin Ham because Austin Reeves is just a little more calm and a little more measured. So again, how does this tie all back to LeBron James? Again, what I laid out, his preferred style of basketball, which is slow, shooting too many threes, don't play defense. How does that how does he ingratiate himself with this group is my question. Because I know he said he loved his team. When LeBron James loved to do this right here, especially when things are good, he loves the front run. But I'm not going to try to cast aspersions on him. I wonder, again, based on how he plays, how does that tie into this team? You guys in the listening audience, in the comments, tell me. Because honestly, I just don't see it. Now, I know some people are going to say, Hoop, you tripping. LeBron James is the scoring leader of all time, and he's going to find a way to do it. He's a great player. That's all well and good. But one thing I have noticed is that when guys play organically, that's not the best situation for LeBron James. And how do I know this? The first iteration of the Lakers. I see we're 4 deep. Appreciate y'all. Again, I'm driving to work, so I'll probably hop off in the next 5 minutes. But when I saw him with the young Lakers, it was a lot of, how can I put it? It wasn't the best situation to put him with guys who don't necessarily need to be spoon-fed. You know, LeBron James like those spoon-fed assists. Now you got a team of guys, you can get the ball to them early in their scoring pockets, and they can score, you know, within 1-2 dribbles, 1-2 moves, and get to where they need to get. King Lowe says it's hard to take a step back when you're that ball dominant. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's my question. Because I know he's smart. I know he's cerebral. I know LeBron James. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him what he's good at. But what he's not good at is moving off the ball. We saw that, no pun intended, when he played with Lonzo Ball. Lonzo is clearly a point guard. And when he played with the Lakers, he had to be an off-ball 2 guard. And at the time, Lonzo was struggling with his shot, and it made our product really bad. Y'all remember we missed the playoffs that year. And I know Lonzo messed his ankle up, you know, and that's kind of seemed to be a recurring theme, unfortunately. But how does he play with a team that can just organically move the ball around? And like King Lowe just pointed out, I'm not convinced he's going to do it, because I'm 39 years old, LeBron James 38. One thing that we struggle at our age is if you've been really good at something, it's very hard to switch gears and do something else. It's very hard because you've been successful. So I'm in sales. They try to make us do implement these new policies and these new like little technology things to improve. And old dogs like us don't want to do it. We just don't, because we've been successful doing it our way. So I look at LeBron James and I see the mentality. It's like he understands that change is necessary, but like the same vein, I've been pretty good doing it this way. So I don't think that that's gonna, you know, bode well going forward, because again, he likes to play slow, and I mean, and damn all that, he don't play defense. I just point out the Los Angeles Lakers are at 107.1 defensive rating, which is number 1 in the NBA since they switched the roster. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James is not going to help that dynamic, because as we know, he likes to walk back on defense. When he don't get a call, he does this while the play transitions that way, right? So I just wonder if he's going to get his act together. Spoiler alert, he won't. And I'm not saying the Lakers can't make up for it or won't try to make up for his lack of defense, but I think, I hypothesize that we're going to see that be more prevalent as the year goes on. And one thing I have to put this out there. I have to. You ardent LeBron James fans, I don't want to hear there's no help, because this team, if you watch them play basketball, this team can play basketball in a major way. Again, moving the ball around, taking opportunistic shots, not just forcing the 3 because it's open. Locking down on defense, getting transition. That's something we have not seen from this team consistently for a while. Now, we would see that happen when sometimes Westbrook would trap late in the game and he would create havoc. Him and baby Rondo Schroeder would, late game create turnovers, and then it turns to like, oh man, that's nice defense. But that's a 2-minute spurt of it. I need to see 48 minutes of good defense, not just hurry up, scramble, get a steal, get the ball up, and try to win at the end of the game. Because if you lock down and play the whole game, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? You win by 10. You win by 20. You win by 15. You don't have to do all that shit at the end of the game that we're so accustomed to doing, because our team is so old that we only can, basically conserve energy to the end of the game, and then we just balls to the wall every time trying to close the game out. No, it doesn't work that way. That's not how basketball works. That's not how basketball works, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hit that like button. I see we 7 deep. I see y'all came a little late to the party, but respect for y'all coming. Take a step back, just take a step forward. Absolutely. No call equals LeBron James. Exactly. He does this every time. So again, I'm not trying to dump on LeBron James. I'm just saying that I know this, homeboy. I'm a real life Laker fan who lives in Los Angeles. And I said this for the last 2 years. Everybody comes down like, hey, yo, Cliff, let's have a Laker game. I'm like, hell no. I'm not spending $1 on this bum-ass team. I'm not spending $1 on them. But what I see right now, I got to keep it real. I like what I see. So I may wrap my mind around going to a Lakers game, because last week, me and my girl went to a spot called Fixins. It's right across the street from Crypto Arena. They had the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards going on or something like that at LA Live. All those things are like right there on top of each other. And I remember looking over at crypto. I'm like, it's almost time, baby. It's almost time I go back to a game. Because I moved here in 2020. I used to go to games all the time before the world shut down, obviously. So, yeah, man. So I landed playing with this. I like what I see with this new iteration of Lakers, and I see why LeBron James likes what he sees because this team plays defense. They play organically, which is the most important aspect. They play organic basketball, meaning they move the ball to the best shot opportunity, and they score. It's not nobody pressing, nobody forcing. Even AD, because AD, in my opinion, is a beta by nature. He doesn't go out to get 50. Because if AD wanted to, AD could go for 50. He can go for 50. He chooses not to do that. So it's just in his personality type. So, and it's actually perfect for what the Lakers are right now. Again, with Jared Vanderbilt out there doing his thing, with D-Loading finally coming out doing his thing, with Rui Hachimura coming out doing his thing. It's not one guy. Oh, by the way, I forgot about damn Beasley. Beasley is just coming out to be Trevor Ariza 2.0 more or less. You understand what I'm saying? So the Lakers have. I'm sorry, Beasley. I left you out this whole thing. Beasley's playing his ass off. Like Rick Ross said, he balling like Bo Diddley. Boy, balling, man. So we don't need the LeBron James experience. We don't need the LA Cavaliers dynamic anymore. We need competent basketball play. Everybody step up on your day. You know what? I'll say this before I leave. That's one thing I love about Golden State. Golden State has had like 4 different iterations of what they are from their core. And they keep finding ways to win because they play organic basketball. Organic basketball beats contrived basketball any day and twice on Sunday. And today happened to be Sunday, and my Lakers play the Knicks. Now, I don't know how this game going to go. But shout out to the Clippers. The Clippers did beat the Knicks yesterday. Dante says, where they going to land at by playoff time? That's a good question because the Lakers are currently a 9 seed. Now, in regular NBA world, you're still out the playoffs, but we are like 2 games outside the 6th seed. So I don't know, man. If we keep this up, we can land inside the regular playoffs. I think when the smoke settles, when the smoke clears, we'll probably be around 8. Yeah, I see us around 8, as high as 5. But yeah, man, I got to see a few more games before I start chest pounding because I never do that. I like to give like a good 10, 15 game sample size before I give a real assessment. But so far, so good. I got to say, I'm not going to be a doom and gloom guy unless I see, well, if I see doom and gloom, I'm going to say doom and gloom. But if I see improvement, I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I'm not going to be like, man, that ain't shit. I'm not going to be that guy either. So let me put it that way. Let's see. Where they go? Nico says, I love the new Lakers team. Yeah, man, this new Lakers team is good, man. I'm sorry if you're missing, if you're missing the boat, you're missing the boat. This is not your same old Lakers. It's a good basketball team, but like I was saying with Golden State, I've seen 4 different iterations of that team, and they do a really good job of sticking to what they are, plugging in new pieces, and staying true to what they are. They don't deviate far from what they do. Golden State Warriors play organic basketball. You throw in Festus Ezeli, you throw in Kevon Looney, a dude I ain't never heard of in my life, who comes in as a nice little stalwart at center. You bring in who they had out there? Was it Bialica they had the other a few years ago? God dog it, Croatian dude I believe he was. His name escapes me. You bring in after your boy what's his name, Livingston leaves, you bring in Quinn. Now I know that they had mixed bag results with it, but you can just bring in parts. Where Leandro Barbosa left, you brought in other guards as well. You bring in Jordan Poole to step in that 6-man role. Golden State knows what they're doing. And I see a little bit of the plug and play of what they do so well and what my Lakers are doing right now, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Just it seems like D-Lo actually has an IQ. Yeah, I mean, you know what? So D-Lo was advertised of having an IQ, but his first go around with the Lakers, where the hell is it at? Where is it at? How they say, where they at though? Where's this IQ that everybody talked about? Because everybody say D-Lo can see the play a step ahead. Like, where's it at? I can't see it. Nico said the Lakers finally got role players. Actually, there you go. Because listen, man. So again, my big question is, everybody's happy right now. Cool. What happens when LeBron Ramon James comes back in, do we turn back into the LA Cavaliers? Or does he understand that, listen, it's not all about you. You broke the record. You overextended yourself. You messed your ankle up, whatever. You did what you saw fit to get a said end goal, an end result. More power to you. Now, me being a Lakers fan, I think you full of shit, me personally. But from a basketball fan standpoint, man, do what's best for you. You did what's best for you, and it is what it is. I say this all the time. The sooner you understand, the better off you'll be. Because when you try to fight understanding, that's when frustration sets in, and that's when you become an angry fan. I choose not to be an angry fan. I choose to understand. Just saying. All right, so we get 9 bodies in here. Y'all hit that like button on the way out, man. So I just pulled up to work. I'm out here in Studio City, California, North Hollywood. Mo says, it's no surprise for the Lakers players better than LeBron's. Listen, so, hey, for all the LeBron ardent fans out there, do you make room for the possibility that his way of playing at this stage of his career, statistically is good for him, but may not be the best thing for the gander? What's good for the goose may not be good for the gander. I'll leave you with that. Till next time, Hoop, I'm out. Peace.